That would be like an absolute yes for me because like my dreams are always really weird.
We'll get to you.
Hey guys, welcome to our channel.
I'm Storm.
And I'm Dalton.
This is Minnie.
If you're new to our channel, we like to do fitness challenges and product reviews.
And all things couple.
No.
Today we thought it'd be fun to do the Myers Briggs personality test.
So basically the Myers Briggs test is this long questionnaire that indicates what psychological profile you have that helps to explain how different types of people will perceive the world around them. And it's got a bunch of different uses. And so there's 4 different categories and you get 1 type from each category and there's 2 types per category. So by the end of it, you basically get a 4-letter concatenation of all these different types. And so there's like one example would be like ENFJ.
Oh.
We won't explain them all, but we'll provide a link in the description down below if you guys want to know more about what each of the personality types are.
Or take the test for yourself. Yeah,
and we'll definitely include a link to do the test as well. It's a lot of fun. At the end of the test, it tells you about what kind of job situations your personality type is best for, what kind of relationships the personality types work together well.
So what we're going to do is Dalton's going to read the questions to me and I'm going to answer them and he's going to help me make sure that I'm answering them to who I really am because sometimes it can be hard to judge yourself. So we've taken this test before and separately and the results were really interesting and were scary accurate. So we thought it'd be fun to do it on camera and then again together as a couple to see if the results are the same and share with you guys what the results are.
And so much of what it said was like dead on.
Yeah.
So it was really cool, so let's get into it. First question. You enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people?
I think that I disagree. So it's like, it's a range from agree to disagree. Maybe we'll pop it up on the screen and show you. And I think I'm not like the full disagree, but probably 1 or 2 over from that. Because I do like going to events, but I don't really like if there's a lot of people, especially if I don't know them.
Yeah, so, I mean, I think you would more disagree with that, so like the second last one.
I like hanging out with friends, but I prefer 1 small close group over 1 big group.
Yeah.
So
your travel plans are more likely to look like a rough list of ideas than a detailed itinerary.
I agree.
Really?
You don't think so? I like to know what I'm doing, but it doesn't have to be at 9 o'clock, we're getting in the cab and we're going out. It could be like, well, at this time I'd like to leave the house, but we're probably either really early or late. Anyways.
Right, but it's saying like you'd rather a rough list, which is like,
I want
we're going to go to the beach on Saturday. Like we get super annoyed when our friends are, let's meet for dinner at 7 and they show up at 8:45. Yeah,
but this is for plans, like traveling.
I guess. All right, I'll give you that one. You often think about what you should have said in a conversation long after it has taken place.
Definitely agree with that.
Yeah, strongly agree.
Yeah, I get very caught up in the moment and then I forget to say things that I would have liked to say.
If your friend is sad about something, your first instinct is to support them emotionally, not try to solve their problem.
Kind of in the middle. Maybe a little bit disagree.
Yeah.
Because I like to support emotionally, but I also just want to solve the problem.
You often rely on other people to be the ones to start a conversation and keep it going.
I would say start a conversation, yes, but I will try to keep it going.
Yeah, that's a weird one with nowadays. Yeah. Like nowadays technology and stuff, because over text, you're always the one to like either restart a conversation or try to keep it going because people just stop texting you. Yeah. But like in person, it's kind of the opposite.
Yeah, so just do the middle one.
I would say you're more disagree than agree.
Okay.
You rarely worry if you made a good impression on someone you met.
Disagree.
It would be a challenge for you to spend the whole weekend all by yourself without feeling bored.
True.
Yeah.
100% agree with that.
If you are more of a detail-oriented than a big-picture person.
No. I like to think of the big picture.
You are very affectionate with people you care about.
True.
Yeah. You have a careful and methodical approach to life.
No.
I would say, like, agree.
I like to do things in the moment.
Yeah, but you also have a plan.
That's true.
So you're not like just going at it willy-nilly. You have a plan and you have a backup plan, but you still like to live in the moment.
That's true. Okay, so we're going to do the second agree.
See, it's hard because, like, there's different situations that you can think of and, like, come up with in your head, and then you're like, oh, well, then that's true. Oh, no, then this other situation, it was false. And, like,
you really can't think about it too much, but it's hard because you're trying to figure out what situation it's asking about.
Yeah, you kind of just have to go with your first instinct. You can stay calm under a lot of pressure.
I would say I agree.
Fully?
Yeah. You don't agree?
I don't know. When was the last time you were under a lot of pressure?
Usually just at work, but I think I handle it just fine. Like, I've never freaked out or had an episode at work when I've been under lots of pressure, and, like, I've still been able to get the job done.
When in a group of people you do not know, you have no problem jumping right into their conversation.
Disagree.
Yeah.
I would never do that.
No. It is sometimes okay to step on others to get ahead in life.
Disagree.
You are dedicated and focused on your goals, only rarely getting sidetracked.
The smallest agree, probably. Because I'm dedicated and focused on the goals, but sometimes I do get sidetracked.
Yeah, I feel like everybody does, and like...
Yeah, you can't stay focused 100% of the time.
If you make a mistake, you tend to start doubting yourself, your abilities, and your knowledge.
Yeah.
You feel more drawn to places with a bustling and busy atmosphere than to more quiet and intimate ones.
No, disagree.
Yeah. You like discussing different views and theories on what the world could look like in the future.
Yeah.
You cannot imagine yourself dedicating your life to the study of something that you cannot see, touch, or experience.
True.
You usually prefer to get your revenge rather than forgive. What's your answer?
Slight yes.
Slight yes? That's a full-on yes.
I forgive.
No, she doesn't.
I do too.
You often make decisions on a whim.
Yeah.
You often put special effort into interpreting the real meaning or the message of a song or a movie.
Disagree.
Really?
I don't know. If I don't know the immediate message, then I obviously didn't understand the song or movie.
Alright, fair. You always know exactly what you want.
No. Food-wise, yes. Everything else, no.
You didn't know what you wanted for dinner.
I want a freshie.
Oh, alright, that's true. When in a public space, you usually stick to quieter and less crowded areas.
Agree.
Yeah, definitely. You often drift away into daydreaming about various ideas or scenarios.
Yeah.
Your mood can change very quickly.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Sorry, I don't want to influence your answers.
I think it doesn't change that quickly. Give me an example.
You can literally be perfectly fine and super happy, and then 5 minutes later, you're hangry as hell.
Where's the pizza?
That's not a mood, that's hungry.
That is a mood.
No, it's not.
Is hangry a mood? Let us know in the comments below.
It takes over. It's not a mood, it's I'm hungry.
You often contemplate the reasons for human existence or the meaning of life.
No.
You've got detailed education or career development plans stretching several years into the future.
Yes.
You see yourself as more of a realist than a visionary.
No, I don't think so.
Last 10 questions. Your emotions control you more than you control them.
No, I don't think so.
After a long and exhausting week, a fun party is just what you need.
No, disagree.
Yeah, strongly.
We're Netflix and chill kind of people.
Absolutely. You always consider how your actions might affect other people before doing something.
Disagree.
Like strongly?
Second one.
Yeah, okay.
I usually just say things and then after I'm like...
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that happens a lot.
You rarely feel insecure.
Disagree.
See results. Mine's gonna be the exact same.
Alright. Dalton's turn. You enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people.
Disagree.
If you have to temporarily put your plans on hold, you make sure it is your top priority to get it back on track as soon as possible.
In like the grand scheme of things, I would like strongly agree with that. Like with my overall plans, yeah.
Okay. It would be a challenge for you to spend the whole weekend all by yourself without feeling bored.
Very true.
You are very affectionate with people you care about.
With you, yes. With everyone else, no.
You are still bothered by the mistakes you made a long time ago.
I'd agree with that.
At parties and similar events, you can mostly be found farther away from the action.
Agree.
A lot of these questions we could just answer without like even having to consult the other, because I know most of the answers. You often find it difficult to relate to people who let their emotions guide them.
I agree.
I would say, yeah, strongly agree for that one. When looking for a movie to watch, you can spend ages browsing the catalog.
Literally. We'll just spend 2.5 hours looking for a movie instead of watching a movie, and then we just give up and go to bed.
Or revert back to a TV show we've already seen. You usually lose interest in a discussion when it gets philosophical.
I would say I disagree.
You would never let yourself cry in front of others.
Strongly agree.
You like discussing different views and theories on what the world could look like in the future.
Strongly agree.
When it comes to making life-changing choices, you mostly listen to your heart rather than your head.
That one's hard. I think that's like...
I think that's a disagree for you.
I like to know the facts more than anything else.
You cannot imagine yourself dedicating your life to the study of something that you cannot see, touch, or experience.
That's a weird one.
I feel like that's a no for you. You could dedicate your life to that because you believe in that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you're right. I would disagree.
You often make decisions on a whim.
Hugely disagree.
I agree with that.
That's craziness.
The time you spend by yourself often ends up being more interesting and satisfying than the time you spend with other people. I think you don't mind being by yourself.
Yeah, I would say slightly agree. I enjoy being by myself, but I don't know if it's a more interesting time than when I'm with other people.
You often put special effort into interpreting the real meaning or the message of a song or movie.
I'd say that's true.
Yeah. He always like after the movie like critiques him. Was like, oh well, I think it meant this. Okay. When in a public place, you usually stick to the quieter and less crowded areas.
Yes.
You often have a hard time understanding other people's feelings. I think that's true.
Yeah, I would say strongly true.
You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. Strongly disagree?
Never in a million years. Unless it was like Elon Musk or like Bill Gates, then I would like jump on that.
Even when you have planned a particular daily routine, you usually just end up doing what you feel like doing at any given moment.
I don't know if that's true. Like for our actual routine of the day, it's pretty normal.
Yeah.
But then, I don't know, in the parts of the day that we don't have planned out, yeah, I just do whatever.
So with more agree or more disagree?
more agree.
You often contemplate the reasons for human existence and the meaning of life.
Absolutely. You
have got detailed education or career development plans stretching several years into the future.
I would say yes. Like, other than the fact that there's like in 1 year from now, it can go one of two ways. That's pretty much it.
Your emotions control you more than you control them.
I would say disagree. You
frequently find yourself wondering how technology How do you say that?
Technological.
Technological. Can't say that word.
Technological.
Why
are you lolling in there? Absolutely yes.
Okay, we're skipping that one. Result time.
So I got the same result that I've gotten the last 3 times that we've done it. Or that I've done it. I did it the first time in 12th grade, and then I did it about 8 months ago, and that's when you did it too.
Yeah.
So I'm an INTJ, which is the architect, just basically the personality type. They give them names. I'm like 80% introverted. Like, that makes a lot of sense. And so, oddly enough, Storm got the exact same personality test results. So she's an INTJ as well.
And that's like when I did it the first time, I got the same result.
So. Right. It's really cool because it breaks down the different aspects of your life. And so it'll show you, like, for your personality type, this is what strengths and weaknesses you have. This is what career path you should follow. This is what parenthood should be like for you, and friendships and romantic relationships. So let's just go through the romantic relationship one for us. In romance, people with the architect personality type approach things the way they do with most situations, and they have a well-designed pattern with precise expectations and the right end goal. So I think that's dead on for a lot of the ways that like I think about relationships in general, with like friends, with like romantic partners, everything like that. So but the one that's like scary accurate for the both of us: architects find potential partners who meet certain criteria, break the dating process down into measurable steps, and then complete the plan with great precision.
Yeah.
That's pretty accurate. Something else that they say here that sounds pretty accurate, at least in terms of our relationship: once a relationship begins, an architect's significant other will find an imaginative and enthusiastic companion. Architects typically give a huge amount of freedom to the people they love. They are usually very trusting partners. People with the architect personality type may never be very comfortable sharing their feelings, and they may spend more time thinking about love than actually expressing it. I think that's pretty accurate for us. Like, for me, I'm always thinking about you and stuff, but then when you actually get home, like, I'm perfectly fine with just, like, you know, laying on the couch together and, like, watching a movie and stuff. And, like, to me, that's, like, enough, like, love and affection. So it also says that architects prize honest communication, and everything in a relationship is open to discussion and change.
Yeah, I think that's really like us.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we like to talk about a lot of things, and we're definitely willing to make changes as needed. I think you have to when you live with somebody and you want your relationship to last. It can't just be, it's my way or no way. You have to be willing to make compromises and be able to talk. So if we don't like something, we tell each other, and then we stop doing that, or like whatever the situation is.
Or the relationship starts to break down.
I think we're both very open, and we just talk really about everything.
A lot. All the time.
Yeah, we've been together for 5 years, so we don't really hold anything back anymore. It's just...
No. Sometimes it's freaky when you read these and like how accurate it can be. I think some of the things that they talk about when you're reading it, you're like, well, it kind of applies to me, but at the same time, it could really apply to anybody. So there's a few things in there that are just like blanketed statements that can apply to a ton of people. But I think for the most part, it's pretty dead accurate.
Yeah, so this is a really good test to take, just because it tells you so many different areas. Like, we just went over the relationship one because obviously we're doing it as a couple, and that was the most important area to us. But you also get like family advice, work advice, parenthood advice. Like, it tells you so much about yourself that maybe you didn't know yet, or helps you understand yourself better, which can be hard if you don't really know who you are yet, which a lot of us don't. So it's just interesting to see what it says and find out what kind of personality you have. We might do a compatibility test after this one, just to see if we're compatible in a different kind of way.
We've seen a few YouTube videos on that, and it's pretty funny, so I think we're going to do that one for sure. Well, if you guys do the test, let us know what your personality test is.
Or you have any questions, ask them below, and we'll definitely get back to you.
Yeah, let us know what your personality type is. It's pretty cool to know.
Thanks for watching.